Hi, I'm Michael Roberts and welcome to my video of preparing location. So in this video I'll be demonstrating a unpack and set out of a new kitchen. So as you can see, there is just a mountain of boxes and it's all the carcasses of units and appliances. So it all needs unwrapping, checking for damages and putting into position roughly where it's going to be fixed. So here you can see me unpacking boxes. Next step would be taking doors off, taking shelves off, and making sure that they're numbered so they can be paired back up to the unit at the end of the install. But generally speaking, they'll be stored somewhere to keep them safe throughout the install. So we stack them in that tray there and put cardboard between them to keep them safe. But first things first, I'll be checking them for quality, as you'll see later in the video. So we cut these plastic ties off, remove them. Just for speed's sake, I tend to lay out several units at one time where possible. Just so I don't have to keep changing tools, I can just cut all the straps on all of the units, take all of the straps off, all of the cardboard off, and then do all the doors, all the shelves, and then put all the feet on. These are the plans that show me whereabouts they're going to be put into the kitchen, and I'll tick off the items as we go along. Got to make sure that each unit and door are numbered, ready to be paired later on. And sometimes I even mark on the cardboard just to show what number they are. So the unpacking's done. We put the units on their heads and the feet go on. So these are just all the bits that come with the units. This is a corner larder unit which I built. This was the only unit that came flat packed, so it's just got dowels and cam dowels to fix all the shelves and the sides and top together, with the screws that also go in later on to make it more secure. So you can see the screws on the side there, which go through the side into the shelves, and that makes it nice and sturdy. Get all the wooden dowels ready, and the next panel will just sit straight on top. This is it upright afterwards, sorted. So this is the sort of damages that I will be looking out for throughout an unpack and set out. Sometimes I will put masking tape on it just to make it more obvious for the installer. They can see exactly where the damage is, what sort of damage it is. That was just a average paint defect where the sprayer was obviously not working properly. The unpackaging of a pre-built tower unit. Just brushing off the dirt, looking for damages. Sometimes it can look like a unit or door is scratched, but it's actually just dirt. So I'm just wiping it off, making sure to look thoroughly. The last thing you want is a customer to spot damages further down the road and be unhappy with their final product. So the sooner it's caught, the better. Typically I'll do the unpack and set out a good few days to a week before the install date starts. just in case there's any base units, or well, if anything's damaged really. It can be caught early and ordered in for replacements. This is particularly vital when the customer wants quartz worktops, which this one does, because the guys that come out to template the units for the new worktops, they need all of the units fixed in position, everything to be level, ready for measurements. So if there's a unit missing, then it will just create a delay. They won't be able to do it until it's in position. So here I'm just marking down a damage. Checking the shelves for damage, and then just mark up the number of the unit on the back of the shelf, so that when it fits in, it's hidden. Gently lower that down, put cardboard down just to protect the back of the unit. And I'm just putting the feet on. Feet housings, all fitting before 16mm screws. Put legs in, just get a rubber mallet just to gently knock the feet and make sure they're in all the way before making an adjustment, otherwise it can make your measurements of the feet inaccurate. And as soon as you stand it up, it could fall over. The height of the legs for this job was set to 160. It's determined by the plinth height, which is 150, 5mm buffer and 5mm allowance for the new flooring to go in. Just putting this platform with wheels on it, just to make it easy to stand this up on my own. Just gives it a little bit of leverage. By elevating the base of the unit off the floor, I'm able to stand the unit up without putting too much weight on the feet before they're in a almost upright position. Try and stand it up without something. The legs are likely to snap. Notice how every time I'm shifting one of these units, I'll keep the unit very close to my body, keep straight back, and where I don't need to, I won't lift the unit. I will just try and take some of the weight as I just gently rock it forwards, maybe using my foot just to edge it forwards slightly. So that's all the doors once they're all stored away. And then here's all the parts that came with all the units, separated nicely, so the installer doesn't need to do that himself. He can just find everything he needs to without messing around. My list of damages, that will be used to order the replacements later on. And now I've just stored everything, tucked everything away as neatly as possible. They're the wall units just out of the way, because they won't be needed for the start of the install. All the base units, tower units are into position. They'll be the first things that the installer will As you can see, just trying to keep the site nice and tidy. I stack the materials neatly and trying to put them in order of which the installer will actually need them for fitting or cutting, or both. Next, you're about to see my schedule, which shows Wednesday and Thursday is unpack and set out for the London kitchen, followed by my daily log, which I filled in at the end of the day on the Thursday, with unpack and set out complete, so it was on time. This is an email to the customer, which they will pass on to the kitchen supplier to order their replacements. And now the kitchen's ready for the install. Thanks for watching.